Have you ever felt an itch that made you wonder what your body was trying to tell you? As we grow older, our bodies communicate in subtle ways, through discomfort, tiredness, or even itching. Most people dismiss an itch as nothing more than dry skin or a minor annoyance. However, the location of that itch might actually be revealing more than you realize. In fact, persistent itching in certain areas among older adults has been associated with significant underlying health concerns that could quietly reduce lifespan. That's right. Something as simple as an ongoing itch might be your body's way of raising a red flag, signaling that it's time to pay attention. In this video, we'll explore 4 specific body areas where itchiness in seniors could indicate deeper health issues. These aren't just random guesses or folk wisdom. They are patterns observed by medical professionals and researchers who study aging and longevity. Each of these itchy spots tells a unique story about your circulation, organ health, nervous system, and even your nutrition. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to identify these warning signs and what actions you can take to address them. So don't ignore that itch. Stay with us until the end, because understanding these signals from your body might not only extend your life but also improve its quality, keeping you stronger, clearer-minded, and more at peace. Before we start, we ask you to like the video and leave a comment to help the channel grow. Subscribe and activate the notification bell to stay updated on our content. Now let's begin. Number 1. Persistent itchiness on the lower legs. One of the most overlooked yet revealing signs of an internal health issue is constant itching on the lower legs. Many assume it's just due to aging or dry skin. But when this area becomes consistently itchy with no visible rash or irritation, it may be time to investigate further. Doctors have observed that older adults who frequently scratch their calves, shins, or ankles may actually be experiencing poor circulation, specifically a condition called peripheral artery disease (PAD). This occurs when blood flow through the small vessels in the lower limbs is restricted, causing the skin to become dry, sensitive, and unusually itchy. Consider 2 men, Harold and Dennis, both in their early 80s. Harold stays active, taking short walks around his neighborhood each morning. He checks his legs and feet regularly and hasn't noticed anything unusual. Dennis, however, has been less mobile lately. He's often fatigued, sits for extended periods, and has developed a persistent itch on his legs, mostly at night or after long stretches of sitting. Assuming it's just dry skin, he applies lotion, but the itch persists. What Dennis doesn't realize is that his body might be warning him that blood flow to his lower legs is compromised. When circulation is impaired, not only does the skin dry out, but the muscles and tissues also weaken. Over time, this puts extra strain on the heart, veins, and the entire vascular system. Poor circulation has even been linked to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. The legs are sometimes called the second heart, because they play a crucial role in pushing blood back to the upper body. If they struggle, the entire circulatory system can suffer. The good news is that this type of itchiness can often be managed, or even reversed, if addressed early. Movement is one of the most effective solutions. Simple leg exercises, daily short walks, and elevating the feet while sitting can improve blood flow. Staying hydrated, wearing comfortable compression socks, and reducing salt intake can also help. If you've noticed an itch in your lower legs that won't go away, especially without a rash or allergy, it's worth paying attention to. Your body may be signaling something important. Number 2. Unexplained itching on the upper or mid-back. An itch in the middle of your back can be frustratingly hard to reach, but what if it's actually trying to reach you with an important message? Many older adults experience persistent itchiness in the upper or mid-back, and while it's easy to blame dry skin or a clothing tag, this type of itch could indicate a deeper issue. One of the lesser-known but significant causes of upper back itchiness is an issue with the liver or kidneys, 2 crucial organs responsible for detoxifying the body and maintaining overall balance. When these organs struggle to function properly, waste products can accumulate in the bloodstream, leading to skin irritation and persistent itching, especially in areas like the back, where nerve endings are highly concentrated. Consider Dorothy and Janice, both 76 years old. Dorothy stays on top of her health with regular checkups, drinks plenty of water, and has always had healthy skin. Janice, however, has been feeling more fatigued lately, noticed some swelling in her ankles, and has started scratching her back more frequently, particularly at night. She's tried switching laundry detergents and applying moisturizer regularly, yet the itch persists. What Janice doesn't realize is that this ongoing itch might be her body's way of signaling that her kidneys are under strain, or that her liver isn't filtering toxins as efficiently as before. When these organs don't function properly, it can impact digestion, sleep quality, energy levels, and even mental sharpness. Itchy skin linked to liver or kidney dysfunction is usually persistent, resistant to typical treatments, and appears without a rash. It also tends to worsen at night, making it harder to sleep and further draining energy levels. Though the itching itself isn't dangerous, it's often a symptom of an underlying imbalance that, if left unchecked, could quietly progress over time. However, this isn't a cause for alarm. It's a reason to tune into your body. A simple blood test can determine how well your liver and kidneys are functioning. Staying hydrated, eating a diet low in processed foods, limiting alcohol consumption, and keeping salt intake in check can all help lighten the load on these vital organs. If you're taking multiple medications, it's also worth discussing their effects on liver and kidney health with your doctor. So the next time your back starts itching without an obvious cause, take a moment to pay attention. Your skin might be the first place your body shows signs of internal distress. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do so. Turn on notifications so you never miss out on future content. Your support helps us continue creating informative and engaging videos. Now let's move on. Number 3. Persistent itchiness on the scalp or neck. When older adults begin experiencing frequent itching on the scalp or back of the neck, it's often dismissed as something minor. Maybe dry skin, maybe a shampoo reaction, or just a natural part of aging. But in many cases, there's more happening beneath the surface. For many seniors, this type of itch isn't just about the skin, it's connected to deeper issues like stress, inflammation, and in some cases, changes in the nervous system that can impact both physical and mental well-being. The nerves in the scalp and neck are particularly sensitive, making them some of the first to respond when the body is under strain, especially emotional or neurological stress that has been gradually building over time. Take Leonard and Ray, both in their late 70s. Leonard remains socially active, enjoys gardening, and practices light meditation in the evenings. He's always had a calm and easygoing nature. Ray, on the other hand, has struggled with the transition into retirement. He often feels restless at night, spends more time indoors, and unknowingly carries a great deal of unprocessed stress. Over the past few months, Ray started scratching his head more frequently, at first only in the evenings, then throughout the day. No rash, no flakes, no clear reason. He tried changing shampoos and even bought a new pillowcase, but nothing seemed to help. What Ray didn't realize was that his itch was likely a physical manifestation of emotional tension and nervous system fatigue. As we age, our body's ability to regulate stress becomes less efficient. Instead of calming down after brief moments of worry, the nervous system tends to stay in a prolonged state of low-grade alertness, keeping cortisol levels elevated and suppressing immune function. This built-up tension often expresses itself in the body's most sensitive nerve endings, like those found on the scalp and neck. Chronic itching in this area has also been linked to conditions such as neuropathy and even early signs of cognitive decline. While it's not always a sign of something serious, it's definitely not something to ignore. The good news is that there are ways to calm the nervous system and relieve that itch. Simple breathing exercises, spending more time outdoors, reconnecting with loved ones, or even jotting down a few thoughts before bed can help regulate the body's stress response. In Ray's case, once he started making small adjustments, taking a short walk in the morning, turning off the news after dinner, and calling his brother once a week, he gradually noticed the itching subsiding. It didn't disappear overnight, but as the tension eased from his shoulders and his thoughts became calmer, the sensation faded. If you've been experiencing persistent itchiness on your scalp or neck and have ruled out skin conditions or allergies, take a moment to look deeper. Ask yourself how you've really been feeling, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Your body isn't only reacting to what you apply externally. It's responding to what you carry internally. And sometimes, that nagging itch is simply your nervous system's way of getting your attention, asking for a moment of peace. Number 4. Persistent itching on the chest or abdomen. When people think of declining health, they often picture symptoms like dizziness, shortness of breath, or memory issues. But the skin across your chest and abdomen, right in the center of your body, can reveal just as much about your internal state, especially when it starts itching without an obvious cause. Older adults who frequently experience itchiness in this area, particularly across the chest or belly, may be dealing with more than just a minor skin issue. This type of itching can often signal nutritional deficiencies or problems with nutrient absorption, issues that can quietly erode strength, weaken the immune system, and slow down the body's ability to repair itself. Let's look at Joyce and Elaine, both 81 years old. Joyce still enjoys preparing her own meals, creating colorful plates with fruits, vegetables, and some protein. Though she doesn't eat as much as she used to, she ensures that every meal is nutritious. Elaine, on the other hand, has gradually lost interest in food over the past year. She frequently skips meals, relies on crackers or canned soup, and feels full quickly. Over time, she began noticing an itch spreading across her chest and belly, especially in the evenings. Sometimes, her skin even felt unusually dry or sensitive. She assumed it was a reaction to soap and switched body washes, but nothing changed. What Elaine didn't realize is that, as we age, the digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing vital nutrients, especially vitamins like B12, essential fatty acids, and key minerals such as zinc and magnesium. When the body lacks these nutrients, the skin dries out, nerve signals become erratic, and the immune system weakens. As a result, areas with dense nerve endings and blood vessels, like the torso, become prone to irritation and itchiness. But beyond the discomfort, these deficiencies can quietly impact muscle strength, energy levels, and even cognitive sharpness. One of the biggest dangers of malnutrition in seniors is that it often goes unnoticed. You may not see drastic weight loss, but your body could still be deprived of the essential nutrients it needs to function at its best. That's why persistent itching in the central part of your body might be more than an inconvenience. It could be an early sign that your body is running low on the fuel it needs to stay strong. The good news is that this issue is one of the easiest to address. Boosting nutrition doesn't require drastic changes. Small additions like a handful of nuts, a boiled egg, some fresh berries, or a high-quality multivitamin can make a significant difference over time. If you've been dealing with unexplained itchiness across your chest or abdomen and haven't been eating as well as you once did, take this as a gentle nudge to prioritize nourishment, not just for comfort, but for longevity. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights useful, comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do so. Turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. Your support allows us to continue creating informative and engaging videos to keep you informed and inspired. Final thoughts. Now that you've learned about these 4 specific itchy areas, take a quiet moment to reflect. Have you noticed any of these signs lately? An occasional itch might seem insignificant, but as we've explored, each one can have a deeper meaning. Whether it's poor circulation in the legs, subtle warnings from your liver or kidneys, stress affecting your nervous system, or hidden nutritional deficiencies impacting your torso, your body is always communicating with you. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And those subtle signals often show up through the skin. The key takeaway is that none of these signs mean your future is set in stone. In reality, each one is an opportunity to pause, pay attention, and provide your body with what it needs before a minor warning turns into a bigger issue. You can move a little more. You can make slightly healthier food choices. You can improve your rest. And you can reconnect with yourself and with the people around you. If even one of these signs resonated with you today, don't brush it off. Start with just one small adjustment. And if none of them felt familiar, that's great news. But now you know what to be mindful of and how to respond if things begin to change. Because the goal isn't just to add years to your life, it's to add quality, clarity, and independence to those years. Recognizing your body's early signals, even the ones that come as an itch, is one of the smartest ways to achieve that. Thank you for being here with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share something you learned and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your input matters to us, so don't hesitate to engage. Reading your comments inspires and motivates us. If you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support allows us to keep producing meaningful content to educate and uplift you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.